Hey everyone, it's Dr. Hillary Heshawa from Rangeline Chiropractic. Every week I try to go live and do some Q&A. Feel free to submit below any questions while we're on. I was hoping to do about 5-ish questions today. I've got some already pre-submitted in my little fishbowl, so thank you for everyone that's pre-submitting them. I'm going to read the question, do my answer, and then spin my favorite prize wheel. So we even got some new prizes on there. So I'm hoping that you guys can get to some. I hope that you're enjoying this bright day. I'm going to be squinting because it's so bright in my office. It was a snowy day. We had a lot of cancellations. I'm sure a lot of you are working home because of the snow. I got up and ready to go to my yoga class, hence why I'm in a tank top. And it was canceled. So I just came to work and just got some paperwork done, and still a beautiful day. So happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are making the most out of it. Okay, so my first question, Stacy C, she says, should I be cracking my own neck? Big no on that one. So I know who you are, Stacy, and I'm going to come and get you. So no, you don't want to be cracking your own neck, because when you are like popping and snapping over time, think of those ligaments like a rubber band or like a hair rubber band, and you're going to keep stretching and stretching it. And at some point, it's not going to like go back to the way it was. It's not going to hold it as tight. I found that patients that crack their neck and have their whole life, they're actually harder to fix and harder to adjust than someone that just leaves it alone and lets the professional do it. The other thing that I found is that it can keep making it worse and worse. I know that when you get the pop and snap, you think, oh my gosh, that was amazing. It's an endorphin release. You get that happy chemical coming from your brain and said, that felt amazing. But when that chemical wears off, the problem's still there, and you could keep potentially pushing and pushing it further and further out of alignment. Just because you get the endorphin release doesn't mean the endorphins fix the problem. So I mean, there's other ways to get the endorphin release. They call it like the runner's high. So go for a run. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like to run either. So Stacy, no cracking of the neck, you guys. And if your kids are doing it, so a lot of teens do that too in my office. No cracking the neck. Dr. Hillary says no. Bring them in. I can fix the problem of how they crack it, and then they won't feel the need to. So a lot of teens are like, but I have to. It's the only way my neck or back feels good. And I go, I get it, but can you just like, for a few visits, let me fix it, and then see if you still feel the need to do it. And after a while, they're like, yeah, I haven't needed to. And I'm like, I know, because I fixed it, and you just kept making it worse and worse. So great question, Stacy. I love it. Thanks for posting that. Let's spin and see what you win. This prize wheel is like my favorite thing to do, right? I mean, I just sit in here and just spin it all day just to hear the clicking, in case you guys wonder, in case anyone's listening. I don't know if anyone is. Amazon gift card, Stacy. Awesome. I will reach out to you, and I will get your email, and I'll get that sent to you, and then post on here what you get. I always like to see what people buy on Amazon. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I do, because there might be something that I totally need, because I feel like a lot of things on Amazon I need, especially late at night. Okay, let's spin and get another one going. Sarah C wants to know, how can chiropractic help babies? How do we know if they need to be adjusted, and then what does an adjustment look like on babies? Sorry, Sarah. I understand what you're saying now. So chiropractic can help babies. Think of the birthing process. Any of us that have had kids know how intense that is, and how that not only impacts the mother and the child, but they're squeezing their little heads out of a hole, which I get it. Our body is created to do that. And then we've got other stressors that maybe it didn't come out correctly, your shoulder was stuck, or this or that, or they're laying and now they've got some misshapenness with their head. Those are things chiropractors can fix. So in case you guys didn't know, so the manual adjustments that I would do with an adult and bend and snap and pop, obviously we don't do that with kids. It's super gentle. I've been adjusting my kids since they were 4 days old. Like for instance, my kids, they needed to be adjusted because they both had traumatic births. So I get it. Not everyone has traumatic births, but mine did. We both needed to be adjusted. And so I gently took an activator tool. It's like a little impulse clicker. And then I put my thumb or finger like on the spot, and then I make the adjustment. So it's the lightest adjustment on the tool through like my thumb or finger on the neck. So it's so minimal, and I can show parents like on their hand or neck what the baby's going to feel. Often the babies don't even wake up at all. So we're seeing them because of a traumatic process. Some babies I'm seeing because they actually have symptoms like colic. They've got symptoms like gas, constipation. They're not sleeping well, they're not latching correctly, they're not eating, failure to thrive, their head is cocked to one side. That's the most common thing I see. And like, you know, as a chiropractor, I look at people's posture. Well, I also look at baby pictures when everyone's like, hey, look at my baby. And I'm like, that's so cute. Hey, do they always like cock their head to that side? And they're like, yeah, she loves sleeping on that side. And I'm like, yeah, I think that she should be checked and adjusted because that's not normal. Like, it'd be different if they move it and they don't sleep that way all the time. But they're not meant to be stuck to one side. Once that develops long term, then you're going to get torticollis, if anyone's heard of that. And there's like the neck is stuck more and the muscles are so tight, like they're just never going to straighten up. And so we don't want the babies to have to go through like the full physical therapy and like helmet. You've seen the babies in the helmet, and like we don't want that. So the sooner the better. I suggest bringing babies as soon as you feel up to it, just to get checked. Just a general check. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. Doesn't need to be, maybe I don't need to adjust, but wouldn't it be great to know? Case in point, I'll tell you this like little secret about me. New mom, stressed out, going for the baby checkups, and the pediatrician tells me as a chiropractor, do you notice she has a head tilt? And I was like, it was like a slap in the face. I was like, I should know that. But because I'm all sleep deprived, I think this is the cutest baby in the whole wide world, I'm in love, I didn't notice it. And I know that other parents are like that. And so I can give that objective viewpoint, like, yes, everything's fine. Or, yeah, she's really tight on that right side. That's going to lead to this and that. Someone just messaged that their baby had torticollis and the doctor ignored them. The chiropractor and PT helped. Yeah, I know. And it's okay for us moms not to know that. I still like tell you guys my story because I was almost like self-shame. Like, I can't believe that I didn't notice that, right? It's like if my kids had scoliosis and I didn't notice that, like I would be so embarrassed and just so like mortified that I didn't know that as a chiropractor. But just have the babies checked, okay? I can also help refer to offices that are like great pediatric chiropractors if you're not in my Carmel area. Happy to help out. I tend to check kids generally in our office now, like once a month, just a tune-up check. In fact, we do a kids week where we offer like a discounted kids adjustment, and sometimes we do like free exams for kids because I think it's so important. And dare I say it, feel like the kids' adjustments are more important than mom and dad's adjustments. I know I said it, but if we could affect their life at a young age and allow their bodies to like live optimally their whole life, that would really be like way more than adjusting the adults. Just so like the benefits. So Sarah, great question. Thank you. I know I'm on a tangent on that, but that's what I do because I love it. Okay, Sarah, let's see what you win. Oh, it's still going. Okay, Sarah, you are going to win Starbucks. Awesome. I will reach out to you and get that sent to you. Okay, next question. Emily C. wants to know, what can stop a stomach sleeper? Not sleeping on your stomach, but chiropractors, we think we have the answer for everything, right, Emily? So I used to stomach sleep before I was in chiropractic college, and I learned about how bad it was for the neck, etc. I use a great pillow, and we have them in our office, but they have like a dip in it, and then your head is like cradled and it goes back into, there's support under your neck, and then it's like raised up over here, so like you can turn towards it, but you wouldn't sleep on it. And then I put pillows like around me, because a lot of us stomach sleepers, we like that around our face and body, like the comfiness. So I might be lining up like 6 pillows around me and hugging pillows just so like I felt like my neck was supported. It does take time. The back sleeping is the best for adults. So try to sleep on your back, and it's just an overall time, but making sure you have the right pillow too. You definitely, for back sleeping, you need, it's called like a cervical pillow. It has like a ridge and it dips down. You need that ridge to support your neck, especially nowadays because we ruin it with our bad posture. Side sleeping is okay. I definitely rotate personally both. I'm a combo. When you're on your side, make sure your arm and shoulder are not under the pillow, because that will tend to ruin the lower part of the neck and the shoulder joint. I'll have patients come in and say like, I don't know how I injured my shoulder. And I'll say like, well, I do, because you probably slept wrong for the last 20 years, you know? Like, oh, I always sleep on my shoulder. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why you have shoulder issues. So retraining is important. When you're on your side, you need usually a thicker pillow, like a ear to shoulder ratio, like a firm pillow. If you don't have that at home, even try like a decorative pillow off your couch, because that firmness in there is better for side sleeping, and just see if that helps. Those fluffy ones are just not meant for side sleeping, but when you're on your side, you could cuddle it. You could put it between, you know, like next to your chest, and you could cuddle with that, and then you could support like the other shoulder on top. So just a thought. Great question, Emily. I do sometimes have patients bring in their pillows, and I can look at you while you're laying on the pillow and assess. One time I had someone bring in like 6 pillows in a garbage bag, like 2 garbage bags actually. And I was like, no, throw away, one good one. And I'm happy to do that. We do have different types of pillows in our office. So if I needed to recommend it, I could, based on your size. We carry basic ones here, but what's great about a good pillow is it should come in different body sizes. So one size is really not fit all, just for pillows, so you guys know. So Emily, I'm going to spin and see what you win. Emily, you are going to win a yoga class. Awesome. It is the place that I go that I was trying to go today, but they were closed due to bad weather, which I get it. Yoga 6 in Carmel. So I will get that to you. I'll reach out to you and get maybe your address and send that to you. All right, we have time for another one. Let's see what we have. If anyone watching has any questions, just jot them in. Blanca, she says, how can I relieve my lower back pain? So I'm not sure if you mean like at home, Blanca, or in general, because obviously you know chiropractic care. I'm going to say that to relieve low back pain. There's some really great yoga stretches for lower back. I don't know if you've ever tried like the child's pose. I love that. Or like the one where you're laying on your back and you're bringing your knees to your chest. I feel that's really easy to do like in your bed. You don't have to do it on the floor. There are some really great cheap free videos on YouTube for like yoga for low back. There's this one really famous person, not famous, but she has a ton of videos. Adrienne, Yoga with Adrienne. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. I always look at her stuff if you need something quick and easy. On our YouTube site also, Blanca, we have some stretches. So one of my staff members, Bobby, is a certified yoga instructor. And so we actually do a lot of stretching here with patients in the office to show, and we do exercises for core strengthening. But like, let's say you're in the moment of pain, I would ice it and I would do some light stretches. Let's say it's a chronic pain and you always have it, and etc. Then that might be time where like heat might be more appropriate and still stretching. And if it's weak, then you probably need to work on like core strengthening and lower back strengthening and glutes. And I find that in general, everyone's super tight. So I'm a big fan of stretching daily. Like if you're stretching 4 times a day, I don't think that's too much, especially for someone that is in pain. So Blanca, thank you for the question. I hope that I answered it. It was kind of vague, so I hope I did my best with that. Let's see what you win. You win a gift certificate at Ella Bardo. She owns a spa here in Carmel on Rangeline Road. $50. Good job. That's exciting. Okay. Well, I am going to call it a good day. I feel like I've rambled on a lot about stuff, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'd like to do it again. I do need some more questions, so next time I post, make sure that if you can't be on to watch, if you could just like pre-post a question, or you can even just message me with a question. I don't even have to say your name if you don't want to say your name, and I'll try not to give people a hard time. So thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.